Tokyo 21, presented locally by IT&E.
KUAM News Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, a legacy of trust, serving Micronesia since 1938. Matson, celebrating 25 years of commitment to Guam, Micronesia, and the CNMI. Cars Plus, home of Guam's first and only lifetime powertrain warranty. Visit carsplusguam.com for details. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it, and King's Restaurant, serving your local breakfast, lunch, and dinner favorites for over 45 years.
On prime time, a press conference was held this afternoon addressing the recent spike in COVID-19 positive cases. Plus, a public hearing is held for a bill which aims to create a revolving fund for inmates to have adequate access to legal representation. And over $9 million in tax refunds are set to be paid out in the coming days.
Good evening, I'm Peter Santos. Several new COVID clusters have emerged over the past week, and the sudden jump in positive cases is a cause for concern, says the governor. She called a news conference today to issue a plea to the community not to let its guard down and risk setting back all the progress that's been made.
Since Sunday, we have reported 32 confirmed cases of COVID-19, 13 of which were from yesterday alone. And tonight, I am informed that the Joint Information Center will announce at least 9 additional cases.
The first cluster was traced to a basketball game at a private residence where 8 of the 12 people tested positive. Some of those went to A-Class Lounge in Upper Tumon where there were further transmissions. Meanwhile, there was a separate cluster of infected employees from the Subaki Tower who attended a party in Jigo last week. From that group, 84 other employees and some 961 customers who went to the hotel from April 14th to the 18th were possibly exposed. Effective tomorrow, the Northern Region Community Health Center will be set up as a test site for those who may have been infected.
Increase the severity of the illness and to prevent deaths and admissions to the hospital, we must be vaccinated. I cannot overemphasize the importance of being vaccinated. That is the only way we can have herd immunity in our community, and that is the only way we can feel safe and protected.
The governor says she will make an announcement before the end of the month on whether she will lift quarantine restrictions on May 1st, as previously planned in the Path to Half initiative to reopen tourism. A plan is being formed to get detainees at the Department of Youth Affairs vaccinated against the coronavirus soon. KUAM's Isaiah Uggan has this report.
In late March, the Vaccine Policy Committee expanded the age eligibility for the COVID-19 vaccine to ages 16 years and older, which prompted DYA to work with public health to organize a plan to get the youth within the facility vaccinated. Presently, there are 15 minors under DYA's custody and only 10 of them are eligible for the COVID shot. According to Danielle Camacho, the spokesperson for the Department of the Youth Affairs, there's only 1 female out of the 10 eligible, and the rest are all male. Camacho says they are meeting with parents for an authorization letter to get the youth vaccinated and are also working with DPHSS on the logistics of the vaccination plan.
We just have to schedule with public health to come to DYA, and we're going to have it administered in the gym here at the Youth Correctional Facility.
She added that the original plan was to administer the Johnson & Johnson vaccine because it is a one-time shot, but that plan has since changed after the governor put a halt to the use of that vaccine a little after a week when reports arose of some cases with blood clotting. Camacho says that detainees can get vaccinated, however.
We had to go back to square one.
Okay.
And for the other vaccines that hopefully become available within the next 30 days.
Reporting for Guam's News Network, Guahusi, Isaiah Uggan.
More calls for public health to revise the restrictions for hotel banquet facilities. Chamber President Catherine Castro says they are pushing for reconsideration of the 50-person limit on ballrooms. She says the restrictions should at least mirror the new policy for restaurants, which can now operate at 75% capacity.
So if you're going to set these same guidelines for restaurants, can't we set these same guidelines for banquet opportunities? And this way we help our community, because our hotels can hire back the folks that they have, had to unfortunately, put on some kind of furlough or have reduced hours, significantly reduced hours.
Senator James Moylan has called for the very same thing and is also awaiting a response from Public Health Director Art St. Augustine. A public hearing was held this week on bipartisan Bill 99, which establishes a revolving fund for inmates to adequately contact their attorneys. But some senators believe the process needs to be more clear-cut and says there are some unanswered questions.
The Public Service Defender Corporation addressed the Senate body on Bill 99, a measure they believe would remedy a major issue they have encountered with their clients for the past 14 months, explains alternate public defender John Morrison.
When everything was initially put into a shutdown, DOC didn't want any family visitations, and they didn't want attorneys even coming to see their clients until they had a chance to put their own safety protocols into effect. We noticed at some point that we weren't getting nearly as many phone calls as we thought we should be getting.
As the Department of Corrections had implemented a new policy during the pandemic that directed all inmates to use the pay telephone system. However, many incarcerated are indigent and do not have the funds to contact their attorneys.
This was a terrible circumstance. Not only did it deprive them of an important right, but I think the number of co-sponsors attached to this bill shows a certain experience with this. It didn't allow the court system and the normal process of criminal justice to even function.
Bipartisan Bill 99 was introduced by Vice Speaker Tina Muñoz Barnes and co-sponsored by various other senators. The legislation creates the INAFAMALIC for Inmates Fund, a free service for those behind bars to contact their legal counsels. According to the measure, the phone service provider deposits 15% of net revenues into the Government of Guam General Fund as a condition to doing business within the prison. If made law, this deposit would become an account for indigent inmates to utilize the PayTel system. And Speaker Therese Terlahi raises the question of how much money is actually in this fund and where is it.
According to BBMR, they can't locate that amount either in their AS-400, and that's why we can't tell, and we're trying to deliberate this bill, what we're talking about, if there's really any money there or not. Mr. Chair, were you able to determine that?
No, but I'm not surprised. There's many things that goes to the government that some people can't even figure out where the money's at. That's something this bill will actually fix it. So it identifies.
It actually, Mr. Chair, it doesn't, it's saying we're going to fund this program out of this money, and if this money is not available, then we're not solving the issue.
Public Service Defender Corporation Executive Director Stephen Hattori says they ran a toll-free 2-month pilot program.
And the average cost came out to a total of $400 a month for the entire period for all clients.
Further, the lawmakers echoed that confusion lingers on this matter, and they feel the Department of Corrections needs to be present to testify and answer the questions.
Department of Rev and Tax and the Department of Administration has processed and will be mailing checks or paying via direct deposit 3,154 tax refunds this week, totaling a little over $9.9 million. These include refunds that were garnished to repay GovGuam debts and are for error-free returns filed on or before February 12th of this year. DRT adds to check the status of your income tax refund, log on to the individual account at myguamtax.com and use the Lookup Status of 1040 Refund tool. A majority of Guam's public student population is looking to return back to face-to-face learning for next school year. The Guam Department of Education did a survey on the 2 set models of learning for next school year, which are online learning and face-to-face learning. So far, the results show that 80% are looking to return to in-person education. On the link this morning, Mark Mendiola, the chairman of the Guam Education Board, explained why more people could be more comfortable with the return.
Obviously, the community is starting to feel a little bit safer with vaccinations that we've been doing our employees. And then, of course, now we've increased, the governor has included the age, I think it was 16 and above now, right, for those who take the vaccine. So obviously, that is playing a major part in, I guess, in some of the releasing some of the anxiety from our folks.
Mendiola encourages parents to reach out to school administrators if they have any questions regarding their school environment. The department is eyeing August 10th as the first day of classes for the next school year. Stick around for more news here on Primetime. You're watching KUAM.
While we've all been through a lot over the years, typhoons, earthquakes, and now COVID-19, we've been able to get through these together.
For more than 80 years, KUAM Insurance has been protecting your homes, your businesses,
And the health of your family.
We are here today and we'll be here tomorrow.
There are better days ahead. Tomorrow's a new day filled with hope and choices.
The possibilities of what we can achieve together are limitless.
Let's continue to work together to ensure a brighter tomorrow for all of us.
It's back, guys. Check it out.
What up, people?
Jack, what are you doing in my car?
Oh, just sharing my triple bonus Jack combo. Triple meat and cheese, secret sauce. Go ahead, tell them how much it is. It's just $5.99. Only a Jack in the Box. Sorry, what were you going to say?
Half a day. As we look ahead to a brighter tomorrow, Matson's commitment to Guam and Micronesia remains stronger than ever. While the world around us is ever changing, what remains unchanged is our commitment to you, our customers, and the island communities we serve. Shipping is what we do best, and serving our community is at the heart of everything we do. But we don't do it alone. This is why we support organizations that make caring for the people and the environment a top priority. We know that many count on Matson's lifeline services in the Pacific, and that's why we continue to work hard to ensure that our shipments remain on time all the time. Matson recently added another Aloha-class vessel to our schedule. We now have two of Matson's largest and fastest ships serving Guam from the U.S. West Coast and Hawaii. With our new state-of-the-art vessels, we stand ready to support the region's economic recovery. Thank you for the privilege of serving you for the last 25 years, and you can count on Matson to be here for the next 25 years and beyond.
With Prism Home Wi-Fi, I'm not just getting smart Wi-Fi that adapts and delivers consistent speeds that cater to my lifestyle needs. I'm getting peace of mind with real-time online security that monitors every device on my network. Parental controls with the ability to filter age-appropriate content for my child. And with HomePass, I have full control over my network and so much more. Experience Wi-Fi and beyond with Prism Home Wi-Fi, powered by Plume HomePass from GTA.
Get up-to-the-minute news, plus access to alerts, streaming radio, promotions, and more on your mobile device by downloading the KUAM News mobile app, available at the App Store now.
Welcome back. Former cop Ryan Shimizu was sentenced to 4 months of jail time, followed by 2 years of probation. Shimizu pled guilty to theft as a misdemeanor. He entered a plea agreement with the government and also must pay $540 in restitution to the victim. He was employed as a Guam Police Department officer when he stole money from a wallet that he picked up from the floor of Familia Mart in Chalampago. The incident was captured on the market's video surveillance camera and showed Shimizu going through the wallet in his car and removing cash from it. During his sentencing hearing this morning, the defendant accepted responsibility and apologized to the court. Presiding Judge Alberto Lamarena told Shimizu that the court does not see him as an ordinary citizen because he was an officer at the time of the incident, further stating that Shimizu betrayed his oath. A status hearing was set for July 6th. Former Guam Fire Department Captain Fred Francisco Blas pled guilty to incest as a misdemeanor on the day his trial was scheduled to start. A magistrate's complaint charged Blas with 2 counts of third-degree criminal sexual conduct. However, he entered a plea agreement this week for the misdemeanor offense. He was arrested in December of last year after officers received a walk-in sexual assault complaint. The domestic assault response team executed a search warrant at Mangilao home, where detectives seized evidence and located Blas. Office of the Attorney General spokesperson Carlina Charfras says, quote, "The victim was informed throughout the process and is aware of the plea agreement. Further, the victim's input was taken into consideration as well as the strength of the case through witness testimony." Dozens of stray pups have been able to find loving homes and start new lives abroad with the help of the Boonie Flight Project. Its co-founder gave us a look at how they've made it all possible. At any given time, there were about 60,000 stray dogs on island, and with a population of just 168,000 people, the unfortunate truth is there just aren't enough homes for man's best friend. But that's changing with the folks at the Boonie Flight Project, packing up the puppies, putting them on flights, and giving them the opportunity for a new life abroad. Boonie Flight Project's Lauren Cabrera.
I was fostering 3 puppies and nobody wanted them. And I didn't want them either. So I started reaching out to people stateside to see if maybe somebody would want these dogs. And all of a sudden, you know, we had like tons of people who wanted the Boonie dogs. This whole thing kind of started my friend Kelsey and I putting our heads together, trying to figure out how to get dogs off island in a cost-effective way. And we're working with a shipper who's really amazing and helpful. And Lisa Metter, she's the animal travel agent. And she's been able to get us some discounts so we can get the rescue dogs out of here at a more reasonable price, but it's still pretty expensive.
Cabrera says they've managed to find some stateside forever homes for 25 dogs in their first run and are expected to fly out over 22 more puppies this coming weekend. And with one animal shelter on island at capacity more often than not, the pre-flight process is pretty straightforward.
The first round was kind of a test run, but this round we've had a more organized process for the dogs. We got most of our puppies from Gain this time around, and Kelsey also caught a litter of puppies in the jungle. So we take these puppies in and find them foster homes who can, take care of them, make sure they're healthy. We get them vetted, and we take really cute pictures of them and put them on our Facebook and post a link to the adoption application. And usually within 24 hours, a puppy gets adopted.
Once the pups have been thoroughly vetted, Cabrera says they board a charter flight to Honolulu, and after a short layover, they'll start their stateside lives. And with such great support so far, they've got some pretty big plans for 2021.
Our big goal for this year is to charter our own flight and send like 100 dogs out at once to adopters and shelters and rescues, so we could empty out Gain and get all the dogs out of Gain pretty much. So hopefully we can do that.
To learn more about the Boonie Flight Project and how you can help, visit their Facebook and Instagram page at Boonie Flight Project or send an email to contact@boonieflightproject.com. Citing a need to meet national security objectives in the Indo-Pacific, the Air Force announced plans for a major new infrastructure upgrade at the Andersen Air Force Base involving more than 200 acres of base property. In a news release, the Air Force says the proposed action is to enhance Andersen's capability to support permanent and rotational forces and strengthen the U.S. ability to respond regionally and worldwide. The construction is expected to span about 7 years and will include airfield pavements, hangar and maintenance and utility buildings, and earth-covered magazines. In compliance with the National Environmental Policy Act, an environmental impact statement will be prepared and surveys will be conducted of the cultural and natural resources in the areas. Public scoping meetings are also planned. The final EIS and a decision on the proposed action are expected in mid to late 2022. Check the website aafbinfrastructureeis.com for more information. In honor of Military Appreciation Month, the District Court of Guam brought forward keynote speakers Rear Admiral John Manoni and Adjutant General Esther Agagi to welcome roughly 50 new American citizens into our country. 2 naturalization ceremonies were hosted in Chief Judge Francis Tidinko Gatewood's courtroom this morning. Major General Agagi's speech reflected on the day she took her oath of enlistment and what the pledge means to her.
And as soon as he administered the oath of enlistment, I immediately felt a strong sense of patriotism. I felt as if I were invincible. And I really felt a sense of belonging to something bigger than myself. On that day, we pledged an oath to our way of life. So ladies and gentlemen, I submit to you, today, we serve an oath, a common oath, an oath that we volunteered to take. Today, we made a promise bigger than life itself.
In addition, Agagi was newly appointed to serve as the Guam Homeland Security Advisor. May has been marked as Military Appreciation Month since 1999, when it was first designated by Congress to ensure that the nation was given the chance to show their appreciation for past and present troops. A virtual proclamation signing was held in celebration of Earth Month. Governor Lou Leon Guerrero noted that sustainability and environment are among the administration's top priorities, and that everyone must take the necessary steps to keep our island clean and hold ourselves accountable for our actions.
All of us have to remember that this land is not ours. We are borrowing it from future generations, from our grandchildren and our great-grandchildren.
Chairman of the Island Beautification Task Force, Lieutenant Governor Josh Tenorio, expressed that he's optimistic about this year's Earth Month because the new administration has rejoined the Paris Accord.
And that should give us a jump start in our local efforts to try and find solutions for a relatively small island in an isolated part of the Pacific that generates a large number of waste products.
Earth Day is Thursday, April 22nd, and everyone is invited to join the island-wide cleanup on Saturday, April 24th at 6 a.m. Coming up after the break, Dave Delgado is on deck with the latest in local sports.
Your community calendar is brought to you by Taco Bell. Whether it's your first meal or your fourth meal, we've got you covered. Taco Bell, live Más.
We get it. Living to the fullest is tough during COVID-19. You don't need to do it alone, and everyone needs a hand right now. We are here. Feeling overwhelmed? Call 647-8833 and let's talk. Mangagihem is a project of Guam Behavioral Health and Wellness Center.
We knew it was time to make these when we started asking things like, wouldn't it be nice to be able to get a warm cinnamon roll right now? And why can't this kind of muffin come from the same place as a McMuffin? And isn't your coffee lonely without company from a glazed apple fritter? Well, consider these our 3 resounding yeses. Meet the new bakery sweets at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
The closure of Dededo and Harmon Branch really is bittersweet.
I get a little sentimental, and just because I come from an era where, a brick and mortar is a symbol.
COVID-19 has forced us, I think, to make a lot of changes to how we operate.
But I think the upside to that is it's just a brief pause and we'll be back.
Our guiding star has always been the vision of our founder, which is to be the driving force for prosperity in the communities that we serve. But we also know that we need to bring that forward in a way that is relevant for the age that we're living in.
I feel that all these new things coming are a big indicator that we're here for you. We're here for our customers, our familia, and we're here to grow and learn every step of the way with you.
What's up, Guam? Dave Delgado here for KUAM Sports. Thanks for watching. The IIAAG girls high school soccer season got underway yesterday afternoon. Tonight on the show, we're going to take a look at footage from the Guam High Panthers and Notre Dame Royals game played at Guam High. Check it out. Notre Dame opened up their 2021 IIAAG girls soccer season with a 4-0 win over the Guam High Panthers. ND flipped the script and went with the roster shakeup to begin the season. Kiara Hutcherson went from goalkeeper to forward and cashed in on her opportunity off an assist by Maya Iriarty.
Pure shock because it hit the tip of my foot and I didn't think it would go in, so that was absolute pure shock because I did not expect that to go in. I didn't think it would be on target. Normally my position is goalkeeper, so I'm normally defending goals. So all in all, the feeling of adrenaline really kicked in at that moment and I felt my confidence really go up.
Well, the old saying is the best centurion makes the best assassin. So, she knows what the keeper is thinking, and then she can also make her adjustments as a forward.
Kiara's second goal came a few minutes later. Guam High trying to advance the ball upfield, but it was intercepted by Manami Rabago, who sent the ball the opposite way. Hutcherson dribbled left and passed it off to Alina Gumatautau. Gumatautau took the shot and bounced off a Panther defender. Kiara was there to take the follow-up shot in midair with her right foot and got it to go in the bottom right corner of the goalpost for the score. Her third goal came a few possessions later off a set play. The free kick was a perfect distance for Coach Sam to give her the go-ahead nod to take the shot from long range.
That was a set play. Everybody took their shots yesterday from the different ranges, so we already knew that from that range she can hit the top of the bar. So that was pretty. Those were all set plays that we all worked on. Every girl has a different spot, and every girl we have to work towards our strengths.
Now that I see what I can do, I definitely agree with Coach that as a keeper, I understand where the ball can go. And especially if I analyze where the keeper and their skills, it's a lot easier to shoot on target. You know, it's going to help me both become a better keeper because now I'm also in the opposite position where I'm looking for the shot in comparison to trying to block the shot from the opposing team.
From here on out, it's time to get better, said Sen-Gil. Next on the schedule is Academy on Saturday at 4:30 in the afternoon at the GFA Field in Harmon.
We're just going to take it one game at a time. Every team is strong, and we never take any team light.
In the other game played, it was St. John's defeating the Academy Cougars 7-0. The Knights will next play Guam High at Guam High this Saturday at 9:30 in the morning. Well, that's going to do it for sports. We're back right after this.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Half a day.
Hi.
That will be $20, please.
I forgot my Mobile Smiles driver's rewards card.
No worries. You can now use your registered mobile number to earn points.
Can I use my mobile number to redeem rewards?
Sure. Just show us your photo ID or driver's license.
That's easy.
The thing about freedom is, freedom has no limits. There's no such thing as too many adventures or too many unforgettable moments. There will never be too many stories to write or too many memories to make. But when it comes to a vehicle that will be there for it all, there's only one. Jeep.
Here is the perfect chicken finger. 4 of them, actually. They're hand battered. They're cooked to order. And made with love. Raising Cane's chicken fingers will make you say, "Oh yeah." Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
And before we close out the news tonight, our latest round of birthday shout-outs from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club.
Happy birthday to Caleb Manabusan, who turns 10 today. Also, happy birthday to the one and only dad, Tom Padilla. We love and miss you so much, Dad, and soon we'll be together to celebrate with you. You're the best, Dad. Thanks for sharing your love and life with us. May God continue to bless and protect you from your honey, Rico, Jasha, J-Boy, Eka, Kono, Hoban, Potu, Charcoal, Blade, Star, Buddy, and Bear. Happy birthday number 13 to Rain Michael Cabana Rios. We love you so much. Say Mom, Dad, Shayna, Ray, Rai, Race, and the family. Ben, happy birthday to you, and may the Lord bless you on your day. With much love, kids and Lindsay. Happy birthday to Jose Fernandez. Dad, we love you so much. From Mom, kids, and the grandkids. Viva cumpleaños to John Hattig Sr., to our golfer, fisherman, jack of all trades. John, we love you, and we're wishing you an abundance of blessings today, tomorrow, and always. Happy birthday to the best wife, mom, and grandma we could ever ask for, Bernice Manabusan. We hope you have the best day ever, and your whole family is sending you the very best. And Chalani Guerrero, happy birthday to you all the way from Alaska, from the Deso Familia. And happy belated birthday to Zane and Zaire Flores from your family, and to Rosemary Cruz, happy birthday from Max and the kids. And of course, everybody, Mother's Day is right around the corner, so celebrate with Cold Stone Creamery. where there are handcrafted premium ice cream cakes that are made fresh every single day just for mom. It's a perfect gift. So, place your order with Cold Stone Creamery today.
Remember, you can be a part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club by registering online at KUAM.com. Please make sure to include with your photo your name and your birth date. That's going to do it for us here on Primetime. Thanks for watching. Good night, be safe, and be kind.
Local Music Mashup is brought to you by